Hello, hello. I made
Hello,
it.
hello.
Awesome. How are you, everyone? We are in the social stream number 4, the midnight, at least here, stream. Uh, what can we do? I'm with the lovely ancient immortal of mysteries and unknown origin, Samantha L Nasset, and the author to Come Back Story to Watch, BarrettLaurie. Please, guys.
I forgot that was my subtitle. I thought you just remembered that. I
I
was
know,
like,
me
damn.
too. I was like,
No, no,
wow.
no.
I was like, girl is on it.
I was like, Andrea, I'm so flattered. And then I saw it and I was like,
Right. And then I was
so
like, oh,
flattered.
I know, me too.
No, no, no. But ADHD doesn't allow to remember all that things. I was just reading. You want
Okay,
to do your intros, guys?
take it away. Yeah. Do it. You, Sam. Take it away. Ladies first.
All right. Hi, I'm Writing Mom Samantha L Nasset. On my channel, I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams a lot like this, where we get stuff done and talk and have a good old time. I have samples of my writing on my website, spooky short a spooky flash fiction and a villainous murder short story. And while you're there, you can sign up to my newsletter to keep up to date with all things Sam. I also run a writing community now, which you can access through my Coffee Kofi Ko-Fi down below for the dollar tier. We do a lot of watch parties, talk writing, and have a fun. I like to have a good time wherever I go. I also co-run or co-organize and run this year shower events, Storytellers Hearth Weekend Relay.
And thank you for that, by the way. Hi, I'm Barrett. Over on my channel, I talk about, well, actually, I'm starting all that over. Over on my channel, I'm kind of coming back because I've been away for a little while. So I'm going to vlog, and I'm also, the vlogging is going to be about my self-publishing project that I'm going to be working on. So you can come along with me on that. And then I'm also going to stream on Mondays, but earlier in the day, so I can hang out with Samantha a few times on Mondays in the eves. Hopefully not this late, but yes. Anyway,
I know
hang
we're
out.
usually done by now.
Yeah. So anyway, but I'm going to do prompt shop. So come and hang out with me, write flash fiction earlier on Mondays. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have guests on. So both of you, I waited until we were live to ask, come on with me and write live with
Yeah,
me.
I'd love to.
It'll be fun. So
Awesome.
yeah, we're going to do that. And thanks for having us. By the way, everybody, be sure and thank both Sam and Jess throughout the weekend because there's a lot of work that goes into this and you have no idea how much. And so saying a little thank you goes a long way. Don't forget.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Andrea. Hi,
You're
everybody.
welcome, Barrett. Hi, we have Kelly. Hello, Kelly. And Cool Gamer.
Hey, man.
Thank you. You're awesome too.
And double thank you.
We are. Everyone is awesome here. Everybody's awesome. What is the song? You are the singer, Barrett.
Oh, God.
Awesome. Awesome.
Which song? You're awesome.
It's a move. It's a movie. Wait. Oh, it's not awesome. Sorry. In Spanish, it's the same as awesome. It's a Lego movie.
Oh, is it Everything is Awesome?
Everyone is
Yeah, everything.
awesome.
Yeah,
Everyone
that
is
one.
cool when you're part of a team.
Yes.
Everything is awesome when you're
That one.
living your dream. That song?
That's it.
That one. Everybody's awesome. So, what have you been working this weekend, guys?
Mm. What are you working?
So my friend my friend has finished his first ever round of beta readers, and so he was like, he asked me if I could basically just go over all of the beta reader feedback he got and give my thoughts and feedback on the feedback, being like, well, this is what you can learn from these readers, and this would help you here, and based on your reader feedback, this is what you can do to improve your writing and stuff like that. And I was gonna try to have this finished yesterday, but I slept for like 12 hours yesterday. So I'm trying to finish that up. And I am 5 pages of the last beta reader away from finishing that up. And then I will be working on finishing my outline for my shifter pit fighter, my queer romance with my shifter pit fighter and her uptown socialite gal. And she's like trying to keep her from being murdered.
I love
Yeah,
that. There's a lot
avoiding.
going on there.
Yeah.
I believe I've shared excerpts from my outlines on one of your streams, Barrett. Yeah,
I
from
think,
like the opening fight.
yes. When we were
thing
doing
in
the writer's room thing, was this a writer's room, I think? Yes. With
don't ask me to
Tiffany
remember that
Morgan.
far back.
I feel like maybe. Maybe.
Perhaps.
I
Maybe.
I'm doing this similar. I'm going to be giving a friend of mine some feedback on a project they're working on. And so I just finished reading it. So I'm going to be doing some of that. And then, since I'm not this fresh at night, I'm going to write more tomorrow on this stream in the morning. And tonight I'm going to do some flash fiction and do some prompt like writing because I like to write the prompts for the flash fiction especially. So I tend to do that when I'm more like lazy brained. So I'll probably do that this evening. So tonight we'll be trying to write some fun prompts.
That's fair. It's very
Awesome.
important to know where your brain is
Yeah.
so that you can
Yeah.
be more efficient in
Absolutely.
your task.
And
I
good
get you.
expectations. You know what I mean? Like let's not like
Oh,
I'm
I
ready.
do that all the time. If I'm having like a big brain fog day, but late at night I get a burst of energy because I'm a nocturnal creature, not docturnal. This is how it is. Then I will get all my dishes done. I'll get my living room cleaned, and I'll just do all that. I'm like, brain's not working, but the body is.
I'll love it, but the
And
body's
that's when
working.
I listen to like an audiobook too. So
Okay.
Yeah. The
I'm not-
automatic things when the
you can eat
when the
all
brain
the
is not
strawberries
working.
now, love.
I'm never
Why?
productive when I don't feel well.
Save daddy some strawberries you can eat. Like, just save him 3. Oh, she gave you the bigger half.
Oh,
There were like 2 strawberries that grew together, and she pulled them apart
Oh,
and gave Chris
yes.
the bigger one.
That was thoughtful.
Yeah,
oh, that's
I
nice.
asked him to pick up strawberries because Friday we went to, the zoo, but like because my dad is my dad, he wanted to get there right when it opened, and it was like a almost 3-hour drive from us. So it's like, so we had to be up at 5 and ready to leave by 6. So what I did was I made little breakfast boxes for the kids. I made them a rolled omelet, put some strawberries and like little
Ooh.
hot dog squids in there.
That's good.
Well, my husband picked up these strawberries, and these strawberries were huge. They're like this big.
I mean,
I'm like,
tis the season.
holy shit, where'd you get these strawberries?
Awesome.
Not genetically enhanced.
No,
Just
not at all.
living that organic life.
But my daughter, she saw them he bought them Thursday, and we were leaving Friday morning, right? And so she sees them, she's like, Mom, can I have strawberries? And I'm like, just wait until after I make your breakfast box. And just the rest of Thursday, she's like, I really wish I could have some strawberries. Just the most dramatic.
The drama.
Think I would have never let her, or that I had these strawberries for like weeks and was denying her. So
The
now,
food drama.
The neglect.
now she keeps coming up to me and she'd be like, Mom, can I have a strawberry? And I'm like, I already told you could eat the rest of them.
Just eat the strawberries, please.
This is what happens when you raise a
Nothing more.
Sagittarius.
Nothing more
Yeah.
summer than like strawberries and strawberry shortcake, all the things, all the summer
Mhm.
things.
I loved strawberries.
Me too.
We have a couple strawberry farms near us, so every year my grandma and us go strawberry picking.
That's so fun.
But you
Oh,
got to use them up real quick because they are fresh from the farm and they will not keep. So,
no.
We have
You
apples
have to
where
eat
we
it.
are. We have more like apples and pumpkins. So that's like our picking stuff. Otherwise, it's farmer's market for good
we
strawberries.
also have pumpkins, but no apples. But like my grandma and them are from Michigan, and
Oh.
so every time they go to Michigan,
Yeah.
they get apples.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I love apples. I like fruit. We have a really good fruit here. But the best fruit is go to export. So we don't actually taste the best fruit that we have here. Like 20, 30 years ago, there was this case of poison grapes. Like they found in a huge export of grapes, kind of 2 poison grapes of grapes, and they stopped the export for Chile. It was like a huge crisis, and the producer were like giving the grapes at the school and everywhere that you have like trucks full of export grapes because it was like the export was shut down, like no one can receive Chilean grapes because of the poison
Oh my.
part, and that was the first time that we actually taste the export grapes. It was amazing.
And they were good.
uh,
The best
yeah,
grapes you ever had.
yes, like these grapes they are not doesn't have like seeds inside and really
Oh yeah.
sweet and amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the only I make a poll on YouTube, um
Wait,
and
let me.
someone answered that actually know Ren. You know Ren is a UK musician.
I was not the yes.
No, I don't know who was the yes, but
Who
so
knew
I've
Ren?
been
Wait,
who
how were
knows.
you the no and I was the no? Because the poll says there's only 5 of us and 20% said no, but we were
That
both
would be one person.
right. That's the thing. I said no too because I was like, I don't know who Ren is. No.
Well, someone in the chat, I think.
Yeah, someone in chat.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. I was like, what? Oh, I understand. I now understand. Okay. That was a dumb.
it's it's okay.
Don't
It's
worry.
late.
No, no,
I'm like,
no.
it's
It's
late.
You're
like we
doctrinal. It's all
we
good.
know that you are a
So only one person
fake
got
person.
is the point,
Yes.
not the other way. Okay. Got it.
So I've
Yeah.
been kind of obsessed with this guy for kind of 2 months.
I did
It's
Google until now.
That's what I just did.
yes. Go and Google Ren,
Oh, he's young.
and
He's like a child.
Oh,
Very
I like
young.
his
but it's
hair.
30 something.
Oh, he's 33. He's just young
Yeah,
looking.
but it's look
Yeah,
really
I
young.
was about to say he's 1990. He my age.
I know. I'm like, he's
That baby face.
but he
He
died
has a really baby
probably
face.
like 18.
But what I really like, I when we have our sprint, go and listen to High Ren, and though it's a kind of a mental health maybe song, I
Okay.
like the
I got
idea
it
of
loaded up.
that voice, that imposter syndrome voice for all
Oh,
people that is creative,
yeah.
and the guy is amazing talking about that. And I also love that he's a amazing musician, but the storytelling of his other songs are kind of, how can you write like this in 5 minutes? Tell me a story that is so amazing. I've
Yeah.
been like obsessed with this guy because have a really interesting story. But I think that High Ren is a really good song when you doubt of yourself and the thing that you write or that you create in general. Um, that voice in our head is not doesn't doesn't know you.
Yeah.
So when we
Oh,
go
I shall
and
be
watch
listening
that,
to it during the
I,
first
me
stream.
too. I haven't heard of it,
It's
but I can't
loaded
wait.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is
It reminds me
um,
of Citizen Soldier is a band that also specifically makes music talking about mental health and the different like mindsets that they have. Uh, I can't remember the name of the song, but there's a song about how like there's a monster in his
Oh,
mind, and
yeah. I know the song. Wait a
it's
minute.
like the
oh
voices of everyone else, and it's created a monster in his mind that tells him these things. And he like they have a lot of songs like that.
yeah.
Oh, there's my
Ah,
favorite
What's the
one by them though is I can imagine the song, but I can't remember what it's called.
of
hmm.
If I
course
remember, I'll share it.
absolutely on brand for the
Yeah,
time of the day.
for all things.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I really like and I love reaction videos. I see I watch a lot of reaction YouTube videos, and when I discovered the song in March, maybe he has like, I don't know, 5 or 10 million visits views in YouTube. Today has 15 million visits, views of that song, and there's a ton of people reacting to his videos. And the guy is really amazing in the storytelling of the things, and he has also an interesting story. But yeah, I like that song for the that imposter syndrome monster that we all have in our heads anytime.
I well, we all have it. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Especially creative people.
oh yeah,
I think that is more of a thing for a lot of us.
yeah,
They want to create something, and we start doubting ourselves because we are not like publish or people is sending us. Are you okay? Okay.
Yeah, my contact
Yeah.
stuck to my eyelid for a second. I had to
oh
blink it
no.
out.
I think it can be lots of things. I think it can be what it publishing, but I think it can cross. I think that feeling
Yeah.
can cross into lots of places and different, different kinds of publishing too. Nonfiction people who feel some kind of way if they have to self-publish instead of traditionally publish,
Sure.
or I mean, there's just so many different things. I think all the time I did talking to authors about like their books and their publishing paths and stuff. It's so interesting. Everybody has the same imposter syndrome, but it's about a different thing. And that was, I don't know, I think if I look back on all the people I talked to and what was the most interesting thing about it for myself as a writer talking to them was just that everybody had it, and everybody had a similar feeling of inadequacy in some way or weakness that that was just so glaring, and we would all see it, and when you read it you'll know, and it's like 9 times now, sometimes they were right, but 9 times out of 10 I'd read it and be like, I have no idea what they were talking about. That's their own thing, right? It's the thing they carry, and so then we know we all do it, and so that's kind of why. But good, I can't wait to watch it and have something that'll kind of validate that feeling of we all have this. Lean into it. It's not as bad as we're telling ourselves it is.
Sorry. You were talking about the imposter syndrome, and my friend Fox messaged me, and he was like, everyone has it. And then he goes, Sam, not me. I famously have never had it. No.
Oh, interesting. Oh, well then.
Wow.
My ego is my biggest weakness.
Oh.
The only time I have ever had something resembling imposter syndrome was when I had PMDD, and it was a symptom of the PMDD. And like once I treated the PMDD, that went away. My writing is the one thing that I have always had confidence in. It's the one thing that I always knew I was good at. And I know my weaknesses in it. Like I know my writing's not perfect, but the weaknesses that I have are weaknesses. They're not like a perceived weakness I have. So I wasn't going to say anything, but then Fox called me out and I was like, ah! And I'm like, no, I feel bad for laughing. But
well, okay, most of I should. Yeah. Well, then we'll edit
most
it.
Of us.
It's fine. As we know, as this is an extrovert, I'm just a unicorn. It's fine.
What is
PMDD? I don't remember what the letters stand for. Hold on.
Wait, which one?
PMDD.
No,
no, PMDD is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And it's basically when you have super PMS. So like instead of regular PMS, your PMDD can last for weeks. It can
I'm sorry, wait. The PMS symptoms last for weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, like anger and irritability. Now remember, PMS is actually the part that comes before the bleeding. A lot of people like mix them up. Yeah, once you get the bleeding, that's the period. The PMS is the premenstrual. So that's everything before.
Telling you it's coming.
Yeah, that's the part that actually a lot of stereotypes come from, because that's like when the hormones rage and everything. Not rage, rise. They rise, and so
yeah.
And they rage too.
Yeah, they can cause rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, PMDD is basically PMS on steroids, and it can, it causes anger and irritability, anxiety, panic attacks, depression, suicidal thoughts, difficulties concentrating, fatigue, low energy, headaches. It can trigger migraines, and then migraines can
Oh my
trigger the
god.
PMDD, and so they can like feed into each other. And yeah, I developed PMDD last year, and it was really bad. And I thought it was just my CPTSD acting up and being really weird and stuff. But then I talked to somebody who had PMDD before, and they mentioned it, and I was like, hold up, that's a thing, that's a treatable thing. I could solve this. And then I talked to my doctor. I'm like, I need an OB rec. I should have one at my age, but here we are. And he was like, we'll get you one. And then I talked to an OB, and she was like, yeah, that sounds exactly like PMDD. And she's like, we'll get you on a non-hormonal medication because we don't want to mess with your migraines. And I was like, oh, bless you. You are. And
Yeah.
I'm pagan, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And then and then we got me on some medication, and ever since then I've been great. It's good.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
They took
great.
my migraine shot away. But yeah. So
PMDD is really, really, and really is really
it
misunderstood too.
sucks.
It's like
Mhm.
um, you can get really bad with that. Like people go to a hospital with that
Oh
because
wow.
sometimes it's awful. But yeah, it's the oh, you have the PMS syndrome. Come on.
Yeah, they're like, oh, your
Yeah.
PMS is just a little worse than usual. And
Yeah.
I wish. That's like same with migraines. Oh, so you have bad headaches, and I'm like, I
No,
wish.
no. No, no.
That would
No,
be
no.
great.
That's other thing, that another level. Have you why are your migraines so bad? Why you have
Genetics.
genetics? Okay.
Ah,
Nothing with your
I inherited them from my mom, who inherited them
huh.
from her maternal grandmother, from the Nordic side. Those
thanks
damn
a lot,
Vikings.
mom and grandma.
But yeah, basically I have two primary triggers. One is estrogen, but because my estrogen levels are fairly even, that just means that like the day before my period I get a PMS migraine, which not even my shot can help with.
Oh,
So is
Okay.
Mother Nature. But then my other primary trigger is changes in barometric pressures, which I could move because Tennessee has 4 out of the 10 worst cities
I was gonna say
in
for
the
tornadoes
U.S.
and
for
stuff probably makes
migraines.
that crazy, right? 'Cause it's gonna be like,
Yeah,
woo, woo.
but I always know when it's gonna rain, so there's that.
That's
I'm a
true.
weather
That's
witch.
true. That's true.
But I like Tennessee too much, so I'll just stay in my toxic relationship and take a shot once a month.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
like the school
Yeah.
systems here are great, and the community is wonderful. I know Tennessee's in the South, so it gets a really bad rep. But like when COVID hit, on our like neighborhood Facebook, everybody was like messaging each other. Oh, does anybody like I'm doing a grocery run? Do any elderly in the neighborhood also need a grocery run? I'll leave it on the porch and stuff. And like the schools made it so that they were like, okay, we're doing distance learning, but
Right.
like we're still gonna
Awesome.
basically they pack snacks and stuff
Oh
and
yeah.
lunches that you could go pick up from the
That's
school.
great.
So
I love that.
yeah, it's a great community. I don't want to leave. I'll just deal with it. But once I hit menopause, it should all go away. Because when my mother hit menopause, she gets like maybe one migraine a year. Although
Interesting.
my,
Well, that's something to look
What?
forward to. It's like, hey,
yeah,
hot flashes, but no more migraine.
I already get hot flashes. It's a migraine symptom.
Oh hell, really?
Because because my aunt, like one of my aunts, she tried to
Wow.
caution me against, because I'm like, I give me early menopause, just let me have it. But my aunt was like, oh, but like menopause is not fun to go through. And I'm like, I've compared the charts. All right, hot and cold flashes, I already get those. And it's like headaches, migraines. And so I just like fatigue, I already got that. And I just like went down the list, and I basically have every symptom already, except my periods are regular. And when you hit menopause, they are not.
Right. Well, right.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So I'm just like, let me have it. My mom started going through menopause at like 45. So I'm hoping just 12 more years.
Oh, 12 more years of terrible migraines.
I know, but it's better than like the 20 that other people have to wait.
I guess. Oh, honey.
Well, that's the silver lining. Like let's look
You
for
got
the
you got this
halfway.
little bit.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
awesome.
boy,
The
we
So
went
shots
off
really
the
do
Rubicon.
make a
We
huge
went from
difference.
like fruits. We went from fruits to menopause. So
to menopause.
we've
Us.
really
This
taken
is
this
a
stream
really
on.
social.
I found the Citizen Soldier. It's This Is Not a
Oh,
Phase. That's my
okay.
favorite one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I think I do know.
I was slowly looking for it. Yeah, we should do some productivity. Oh wait, we're a social stream.
Yes.
We're fine.
So, but don't
Hi,
we see how many
Stephanie.
minutes do we do?
Wait,
40.
sorry. What?
40 minutes. Okay.
Yes, I was thinking 220.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's fine. It's okay. I speak broken internet.
Yeah. I was asking. I want to ask you something, but I forgot what I was.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. We distracted. I'll do that 1,050 times.
And the other song was Monster Made of Memories. That's what it is.
Oh, I don't know that one. Monster Meat.
made of memories. Oh,
Yeah,
come
I'll
on.
link them. Cause
Private chat it. Thank you.
yeah, and I'll private chat the other one too.
Bloop.
I found the other one.
Oh,
Oh,
this.
row. Mute. Boop. Okay. Not trying to get you a copyright strike, friend.
That
Hi,
used to
Stephanie.
be.
I haven't seen you.
Hi,
I
Stephanie
didn't see you.
Whitson. Hi. Who just did a productivity stream, right? Was it productivity that just ended for Stephanie, or was it social right before us?
No, it was a productivity.
I was in a social with Stephanie earlier today.
Oh,
But the social right before us was just Ty. So if she was on stream, it would have had to be Laura's productivity.
Must have. Well, let's see. No,
No, it
thinking
was before
Ferone.
that
I
one.
think it was you because you were there. It was so it was right when I got
Oh, then it
home.
was the social stream earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
It was 2. So it was 2 social streams ago. Because
Okay.
we're 4?
This is 4.
4.
Yeah, we're 4.
2.
So yeah,
Okay.
Stephanie ran social stream 2.
Times are hard.
It's fine. I had to think about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Time is hard for me.
Okay. I think that I have everything too.
You are sprint.
Let's do a sprint.
And then do some little writing.
Okay.
If I write, I'll fall asleep. You guys will come back and be asleep on my computer. Unable to wake me.
It won't be the first time. Do you remember that one time when I had scheduled sleep, but like one of my kids had gotten sick, so I couldn't actually get any sleep. So then like I was like, I'm here, guys. And I just like
yes.
I just
there was also one I went to. One of my first ones. There was one stream that went like way over, and someone on the stream was actually napping. Like there was a screen full of people talking, and at one point one of them was asleep, and I was just like, "Well, you've been on for a day and a half, so yeah, you fall asleep."
And you know,
Hey,
sleep is productive.
I encourage napping on stream as opposed to just not sleeping.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I am, and that's what I said. I believe that's what I said that day too. I was like, I am leading by example. If you're tired, just sleep. It's fine.
Yes. And this 20-minute sprint is really good for a power nap. So 20 minutes, it's a right amount of time to a power nap. Because more is going to make you more sleepy. But if just 20 minutes, you go into a good rest. So I have 20 minutes. Tiny tubers, yes, awesome. So let's go to our first sprint. And then I'm going to ask you if you have any kind of like a ritual to write.
Okay.
Let's talk about that later. Awesome. Um, do- do- okay.
I got I finished the beta thing, and I got 108 words outlined for the initial version of this fight, but I'm not super satisfied with some of the details, so I'm going to go back out and hammer them. Because my outlines for fights are basically play-by-plays, and that way when I go to write it in the prose, I'm like, okay, so I can ignore these parts, focus on like the pain here and stuff, but I need to know the play-by-play so that I know how to best summarize it. There,
You
I
are
think
mute, Barrett.
that's a bingo square.
I know,
Yes.
you're welcome. I let's see. I made cocoa. I applied lotions and potions. I took my step 1 of step 3 towards bed, which is just like the changing phases, like a butterfly, from a cocoon, if you will. And then sat down and read a little bit of the beta thing and was like, nope, the brain isn't there for that. So then I switched right over to some prompt ideas, and I am working through a few, which I will finish up on our next and final, I guess, sprint. That was me. Mostly the cocoa.
Awesome. Awesome. I figured out why someone died.
Oh.
Someone was unalived. By my protagonist. I didn't. I know
I
that.
also killed somebody with my protagonist.
Yes. The count of bodies of my protagonist is at least 3 during the book. But I guess
Mine only
there's more before.
I like them already.
Yeah, and I knew that this person needs to have died because of her, but I didn't know why. Like I know she has to do it, but I was trying to think why, and some
Now you have the why.
I know the why now.
That's
Set
good.
Yes. So, Barrett, you always fix your drink. What is bubble? What's bubble?
Bubbly.
What?
So it
Bubbly.
is. It's like fizzy water.
Yeah.
It's carbonated water with flavor. I used to drink soda by like the tub, and then for the Crohn's, that's a no-no, just because of the sugar. In fact, I'll pay for these cocos tomorrow, friends, but worth it. But sugar is switched to bubbly, and I drink it's embarrassing, probably like a half case a day, like 4 or 5 a day.
It's the carbonation. It's
plus
like
my water.
addictive.
Oh yeah. No. It's not even sweet at all. It's just like a little bit of flavor. It's mostly just bubbly water.
No, I said the carbonation, like the feel of the carbonation.
Well, I'm so nauseous often that like it helps.
Ah.
So it also counteracts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on one of my meds, I get super nauseous, and then also like weird smells make me nauseous. Like random, but like we have a smoker at work, and so like the cigarette smell when she comes back is always like ugh.
I can relate.
Or a friend who chews tobacco, same thing. That smell, I'm like ugh. So anyway, random things, and also cedar. So I don't know. And I work in a furniture store, so lots of cedar.
Sandalwood. I can't with sandalwood.
Yeah. Oof. So
No.
those things get me, but the bubbly again helps with my tummy because I haven't found one of the prescription pills for nausea that helps as much as the bubbly. So it's good though. I have been told by friends that enjoy the vodka or the gin that they are also quite the great mixers.
Oh.
Like a nice cool summer bevy.
You don't even use sandalwood scented things. My husband's razzing me about sandalwood because he's like, you like sandalwood. And I'm like, no, I used to like the smell of sandalwood, but now it gives me headaches.
Exactly. Until it hurts me.
You don't even use sandalwood as a smell.
I mean, you'd be surprised what they sneak it into, especially men's colognes.
Yeah. Oh, I know, but he's like, despite how he's whining right now, he's like super aware of the smells that like give me a headache or something, and so he picks out like his
That's really sweet.
hygiene products based on the scents that
Oh,
will.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Just
nice.
like yesterday, we were getting, or when we were at the store Thursday, he was trying to remember which, because he had recently switched to a new deodorant line, and he was trying to remember which smell he bought, and I just opened them and I smelt them both, and I'm like, that's the one your pillow smells like, and he's like, okay, and he put that one in the cart.
I love that. Oh, love. What about you two? Oh, here we go, Stephanie.
Stephanie said hot
Gosh.
coffee with vanilla creamer
Okay.
plus water a lot.
My husband loves French vanilla creamer. It's like
I
his.
just love coffee.
I'm only half paying attention because my husband is now deciding to be needy.
You've been on 106 streams
I
today.
know.
Yes, yes.
You can
I think
check out for a
that
minute.
your husband deserves a little bit of.
It's Father's Day Eve. Is that why?
Whoa, dropping that card.
Yeah. Hey, I piled all my streams today so that I could be free for tomorrow. So
Insanity.
Vanilla
Spotify.
creamer
Oh,
is
that's good.
tasty.
Okay. I can't.
Oh,
This
I
is a
wanted to.
question. Can you guys do music with words, or like I can only have like sound? I can't have words, or else I can't do music while I write.
I'm the opposite. I have to have the music because like the way my brain is set up is for multitasking. So I need the music with words so that part of like one of the tasking trains in my mind can focus on that, and it lets me stay more focused on what I'm doing.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
No, no, no. I need no words, no word because if it's with words, I start singing or you know,
Right.
like
I will
"I
mindlessly
said
sing, but I will
We're
not even
singing. We're
realize I
singing.
do
That's
it.
the thing. I'll sing along, and I'll be like
yeah.
typing the song that I'm singing. Like I don't know.
I'll be in a call doing a work and chill with other people, and I'll start singing, and someone will be like, "What song are you listening to?" And I'll be like, "What? Hold on, I gotta go check." And they're like, "What do you mean you gotta check? You were just singing it." And I was like, "Was I now?" So,
Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting. Your brain can like autopilot like that.
mhm.
awesome. I want to say that that Stephanie said they have a show on for the background. So when I was at school and university, I usually do that to have a show when I was studying.
Mhm.
And my mom said, "Why? How can you study with television on your background?" And now I know it's because of the ADHD. So I
Mhm.
was diagnosed at 30 years old. So when I was studying at school and university, like my ritual for that was to have my books, my a notebook, and another notebook to kind of doodle things, or just like do
Oh, yeah,
nothing.
I had to doodle and stuff in school so
Yeah,
that I could focus on what the teacher was saying, because otherwise I would.
and yeah, and a show in Spanish that I already seen before, so I don't need to pay attention to the show. Now I
Mm.
can do it with in English or Spanish, but at that time was just Spanish, and that was like the thing to help me. Like, okay, now I can study. But at the time, my mom was like, "How can you study with noise, right? It,
The tasking train, it needs a job.
you can, yeah, yeah. I mean, the ADHD brain is going to follow any fly or whatever is there. So it's better to have something like purposely there to that part of the brain
Yeah.
can help you.
I describe it as it's like a train station, and you can have so many trains of thought going at once. And so, if you want to focus on something, you have to make sure however many other tasking trains you have are busy doing a job so you can focus on the tasking train you want to focus on. At least that's like how I explain how my brain works. Because otherwise, I'll get distracted and I'll do the other 5 tasks that I'm thinking about. Like
I
my
can.
cat came up here and distracted me, and I forgot what I was doing. She just threw all my trains out the window.
I know, and pets will do that for me too. Dogs,
Sure.
cats, whatever. I'll get very distracted.
As far as my ritual, I have to set up the background noise for my train. So usually a playlist that I have made with the like vibes or just any song that I remotely connect to my whip goes on the playlist. And then so I set that up. I have a drink, make sure that I have eaten because I need food for my brain. And if I am not full, then my brain will not function on things. And yeah, then I just sit down and I work.
Yeah, I have two playlists for writing. I mean, for anything that needs focus.
Mhm.
Both are non-singing music.
Same.
One is the OST for um, Ghost in the Shell. There is a
Oh, that's a
anime
good OST.
series
Mm-hmm.
that the music is amazing for
It
Mm-hmm.
this.
is.
And also I like the OST for Good Omens.
Mm.
Have you what I like?
Have.
Yeah, and Knives Out too. Those are
Oh,
kind of
that's
my
Oh yeah.
yeah. I like that kind of music. But especially Ghost in the Shell, the soundtrack for me is like my go-to. I need to focus. I need to listen to this.
Yeah.
That's put me in a. And I was asking you for your rituals because so I feel really anxious when I don't have a lot of time to write. Like
Oh, okay.
people said to me, like you have to wait an hour and a half between one class and another. Like what are you going to do? That's a lot of time, like wasting, waiting for a class, for teaching a class. And for me, an hour and a half, it's not enough time to actually sit down and start writing. Like for me, my brain needs a lot of process to start
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
So, but I was more like anxious about that. So what I did was to plan kind of a micro routine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mhm.
like, okay, I have 1 minute to do this, and then to clear the desk and find the water or the coffee or the snack that I'm going to be eating. And then, okay, I have 5 minutes to read what I write the day
Mm-hmm.
before or the previous. And
Yeah.
that was my thing to lower the anxiety.
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of that, like lower the feeling of I don't have time to do it. Like,
Right. Right. Reducing
because
the dread.
yes, at some point was I found myself thinking, oh, I just have 3 hours free. I cannot do anything. It's like you
Right.
have 3 hours. 3 hours is a lot of time,
Yeah.
and you cannot do anything. Um, so I was wanted to know if you have other kind of rituals, because yes, the brain works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agree.
I have dyslexia and like a sub threshold of OCD, so I don't get task paralysis. But my brain will just be like, okay, we have like X amount of time before we have to go do a thing. And then I'm like, I have to set an alarm so I don't get like so engrossed in the task that I'm doing. But I will be like, I want to do a task I know I will finish within that time. So if I don't
yeah,
feel like I can finish that task, I don't want to start that task. And so it can like be frustrating when I'm waiting on somebody else because I'll be like, all right, so how long do you think it's going to be before we do this? And they're like, well, I don't know. And I'm like,
How do you not
well,
know?
I
why?
can't do anything until I know because I
Yes.
can't plan until I know. So like I get that. And so then I'll just be like, I'll just read webtoons. That's what I'll do because I can stop that at any time. That's fine. But yeah, I have a friend CB who, because of her ADHD, she'll be like, okay, well, we have to leave in an hour and a half, and that is not enough time to do anything. So then she can't motivate herself to get anything done in
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have problems with a lot of people with ADHD have problems with executive functions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I know that I have to do all these things, but no, I cannot do it.
Yeah.
No. And you need kind of people or reminders, or someone who told you that you have to do it. Like, go now.
Yeah.
in
Okay,
in
I
my
can.
writing server, because CB has also recently been diagnosed with chronic migraines, so now she's trying to figure out treatment for it
Yeah.
that works. So her college classes have been a little difficult, but thankfully, like,
Hmm.
she worked something out with her teachers so she can finish some of the assignments over the summer. And I was I was like, "So, have you written that short story yet?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And she's like, "Well, here's what I'm doing tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay, so what time do you want to meet up to write your short story?" And she's like, "This time?" And I'm like, "All right, cool." And I went in my Discord and I created an event that was just called Bully CB into doing her short story. And it was a community event in which she would, like, had to dedicate to working on her homework assignment. And, like, the next day, she actually called me because I had a really bad migraine that night, so I was, like, sleeping most day, and she calls me on Snapchat, and she's like, "Hi, are you awake?" And I'm like, "You work. I'm just gonna lay in bed." And she's like, "That works." And so I just sat there and laid there, well, not sat there. I laid there and listened to her tell me about her, like, homework assignment and stuff. So, but it
No.
worked for her. So
Yes, it
Yeah.
works for her.
sometimes,
Find
yeah,
what works.
sometimes you just gotta bully your friends into doing what they need to do.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I like about doing streams is that I have to write because it's mandatory. We have 40 minutes and we need to do something. And that's why I like the accountability of being
Yeah.
on your screen saying that I actually have to do something. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I've been working with a neuropsychologist, I
Mm.
think, to find what type of ADHD I have,
Oh,
Mm,
because there's types.
I didn't.
Um,
I didn't know there were types.
I didn't know
I did.
that, but I'm not surprised. There's different types of dyslexia too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
yeah.
either.
I have a
So
video on it. It's called the Dis Disorders.
I
Two
should
videos
watch that.
actually.
yeah, and because my meds for ADHD are kind of stopped working, like I've
Mm,
been
Okay.
taking a lot of meds,
yeah,
and
you
it's
you built
like,
up a resistance, I assume.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and kind of one of the doctors was, I never, I, you're the first person that I know that is taking that much of drugs. So let's study your ADHD so we can figure it out, because if not, your brain is going to explode in at some point with so much things that you're taking.
Not
Yeah,
that.
it's like, yeah, sometimes. Um, but it's good to know how your brain works so you
Oh
can
yeah.
trick it
Yeah.
You
to
gotta
actually works for
manipulate
you.
it because it's not
Yes.
trying to help you.
No.
No, no, he has his own life, and he doesn't want to work when I want to work.
They got
So it's
plans of
like,
their own.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the hyper focus, it's awesome for some things, but when you have to do things and you're hyper focused with other things,
Yeah.
it's not
Oh
Not
nice.
yes.
not a good
That's why I
mix.
gotta set that
No.
alarm.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
otherwise I'll, like, start the laundry. I will zone out watching or listening to whatever I'm doing and do that laundry, and then it'll be like 2 hours later.
Oh wow. My husband will do that.
absolutely.
I'm just very task oriented on like I don't know. He
Well, the
calls
laundry is one task.
No, I know, but I mean he
Oh.
calls me like a human to-do list because like on my days off I have like a list and I don't know. It's weird.
Same.
But he
Oh
does
no,
not. He likes
I
to
get you.
do something and then be like, "Oh, I did laundry and took care of the dog's face, so I'm feeling like I did a bunch today." And I'll be like, "I had to do 50 things to feel like I felt like I did a bunch." It's just to each their own.
I literally, so in my server I have a channel called Share Task List where we can all share our task list or, our goals and stuff that we want to do. And the other day I went in the server and I was like, "Okay, I have finally checked off enough things from my list that I can be satisfied going to bed now."
See,
So I
That-
get you.
You get it. You get it. It doesn't have to be a huge number, right? It can just be like more than
It just
two.
has to
Like
be.
sometimes like
It's
it's just
got to
more
be a
than two.
certain
I
thing, yeah.
gotta, I gotta get a certain
Or it's
number.
got to be like a certain grouping of tasks. So
Yes.
if I do like 10 things, but my emails are not checked off, I'll be like,
Oh,
that'll
nothing.
take me 10 minutes. I need to get those done.
Oh, I hate email.
I don't have a lot to deal with emails. If it's not the school year, my emails are fine. But I'm still a tiny platform, so
Work emails. Ew.
Oh, I hate email.
No, I think it's
And
like a work thing. It's like, ugh.
no.
Nothing
And
good.
at that time,
Nothing at work comes in an email. Let's just put it that way. Like nothing good happening at work is gonna come in an email.
no.
That they're gonna call you. So
Yeah.
email, not good.
no, we
You're
are
not
at
gonna
the
get
end
an
of the
email that's just
semester.
like hope you're
sorry.
having a good day. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
No,
only-
that doesn't happen. No, we are at the end of the semester, so the emails are, oh, teacher, I forgot to do this.
I lost my
Teacher, can
paper.
you help me to, because I haven't been on the class and I don't have the attendance that I need. And teacher, can you, it's like, come on, guys. Like,
Do you ever wonder how far they're gonna get in life? Like, how are you guys gonna figure this out? They will, bless them, they will. But you do wonder, you're like, how are you gonna do this? Like,
Yeah.
how do you fly, little bird?
yes. Like,
Gotta
really?
push them out.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's like, really? You haven't been in classes for the last month and you want me to.
Just give you a
What?
private lesson.
Yeah.
Yes, let me
Like,
take more of my personal time and catch up the time you couldn't be bothered to come to my class.
Exactly.
Please let me take my time to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Don't worry. I can give you private lessons and help you and do
Sure.
the work for
Sure.
you. I mean, I don't mind when people don't go to classes when I know they are doing the work.
Right.
Because everything is online. We have a drive folder for each team of people working, so I can see that people is on the document and they're working. And if you can come to classes because you are working, you have a job,
Sure. Fine.
and you have problems, or your kid is sick, or your mom is sick, or whatever, or you don't want to go, but you're doing the work, I don't mind. But if you don't come to class, you don't do
You
anything.
don't come. You don't do the
And
work.
when I send you, like, okay, you can send me your presentation via like video. Send me a video with the presentation, and the
Right.
presentation is anything but what I asked for. It's like, really? Do you really want me to
Yes. Great.
give you
Yeah.
a grade for this?
Yes.
Like, no.
Like
No.
I tried to compromise with you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a pretty nice person. I try to understand that we are adults. I'm not teaching children. So
Right.
you have to be like, it's your decision. I mean, you are 20 something, so you should know what you're doing. But
Should and
come
do.
on. I hate grade things. I hate to put a grade in something. I hate it, but I have to do it. And
Yeah.
if I do things that I don't like, you can do it.
Yeah.
So yes, work emails are not fun at
No.
all.
No. No. No.
You're kind of dark, Barrett. Did you?
Oh, I took off one of my lights because it was starting to give me a headache. So as I moved closer to bedtime, I took my lighting
We
down.
are diaming down.
He's slowly transitioning
Yes.
to what
I am.
I was
This is
like when I first started.
when
She
you
started today, right?
This is Sunset Barrett.
Yes, exactly.
Somebody just needs to clip put the clips together of me waking up and Barrett going
going
to
down.
bed.
Right. I've got my nasal
It's
strip.
like
I got my
me.
glasses, my contacts out, my sleep cap. I'm about to put on my pajamas in the next sprint. Like we're gonna be full on. By the next one, we'll be like, all right, everybody,
Like the essence of
bear it
the shower.
out.
Yes, Absolutely. I love to. I was so I started like looking for streams. I think at noon probably or later 3 p.m. But you were on the screen. I don't know which one was, but then I put the first one. Like I was watching the first one while you were streaming. It was like that's different. Like this is this is dark, sleepy Sam with like
I
really
literally had just woken up.
I
and then we
cannot
have
think that
some
sounds like my nightmare to like wake up
Like,
and be on a stream
so
and like the first 3 minutes of waking up is like,
so
oh
like
man,
I
I would
keep
be
my
like,
laptop like right here on the bed, right? When I go to bed,
yeah,
because we have a king size bed and like
yeah,
I sleep more toward the middle
yeah,
because even if I try to sleep on my side, my husband pulls me toward his side in
yeah.
his sleep. So I just gave up and sleep in the middle. So like I'm laying there and I like roll over and I answer my phone and then I'm like, oh shit, and I pick it up and I hit the power button, grab my headset from over there. And
Oh
like my
wow.
husband gets up and he's like, I'm gonna turn the light on. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
That's some super trooper stuff because I'd be like, y'all, I missed it. I'd be like, I'm like, Big Jess has got this one. I was like, I'm gonna catch up on. That would have been the funniest because wasn't that actually yours?
Yeah, it was my
Oh,
stream.
that
That's
would
the
have
thing.
just. I just. But
It's
didn't
like
that happen to Jess the time before because of like a snowstorm or something? Didn't she miss
something.
like half of hers? Like one of the last
Yeah.
ones she did, she
I
missed
don't remember if
one
it
of
was
hers.
October or March, but yeah, that
Yeah,
did something
yeah,
similar. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But I was joking around. I'm like, yeah, give me a midnight stream. I'm good. Give me 2 a.m. stream. I got this. 4 a.m. Woohoo. Give me a stream at 1 in the afternoon. Nah, I sleep through it.
You're like,
yeah.
no, 1 p.m.
No, thank you.
Crazy
No.
talk.
But it was fun because it was like absolutely morning stream. Like you were like in the dark,
Mhm.
and I don't know if Jess talked that way. But he was talking like really low.
Who, me or
So
Jess?
Well,
Jess,
probably 'cause the
Jess
husband was
was
asleep.
That's how
no.
Jess talks when she streams and I'm not
Oh,
there. Is when she gets, I call it her grandma voice, when she's like, "Hello, friends, and today we're going to be
And
doing
she was
planner stuff." That's how she talks on her channel. And like, but I remember the first time I heard her talk that way because like you know how she talks when we stream together.
yes.
I don't know if she talks that way when she streams with other people, to be honest. I think she does when she streams with Kate. But
Yeah.
like, so, we're like that. And then I hear her in one of her videos or just stream by herself. And I'm like, who is this woman?
Who are
yeah.
you?
So you were dark and sleepy, and she was like talking in this tone of voice. So it was like okay, everyone is asleep now. Well, everyone is waking up. Like yes, no,
I
okay,
think she was
yeah.
just happy that I showed up because like I was talking to her about it and she's like, yeah, it's funny because it got to the time when I would normally DM you and ask you questions and see what we should do. But the questions were about you and you weren't there. The worst part is because I don't wake up to my text noises, but I will wake up to my like ringtone. But
Oh,
my phone's been weird the past couple of days, and so my phone never rang. It just like went straight
oh,
to voicemail. Cause I was like, Jess, you should have called me. And she goes, I did call you. And I'm like, damn it, phone. And my husband was just like, your phone never rang. I'm like, I know it never rang. It never rang. I didn't have a missed call. So I was very angry at my phone. I was like, how could you
oh my
betray me like
gosh.
this?
Okay, betrayed by technology.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time.
I was only like 15 minutes late. It's fine. And then I get there and
Not
somebody's
bad.
like, can we start sprinting, please? And I'm like, yes, at this time mark. I just got here.
That's a wonderful idea.
Awesome idea. Can we?
Cut
Okay,
back to
we
you
have one more.
I always have
To
to behave when people ask to just like, can we start sprints during the write-a-thon? Because I'm like, the moment you try to tell me what to do, I'm like, no, we're not sprinting never again.
I don't want to.
Behave.
Yeah, it's like when people start oh tocar la bocina when you are the thing of the what is
When you're
bocina in English?
driving, someone
Driving.
like a backseat
Driving,
driver.
yes. And I'm like, no. And me driving is like, are you going to keep doing that noise? Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not
Why
going to
don't you
drive.
get in the
Like,
driver's seat? You know so
I,
much.
yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. Yes, that's the mood for driving.
Oh, yeah.
But
I have little patience for ignorance behind the wheel. Come on now. You're driving a giant multi-ton vehicle. Get off your cell phone. That's my biggest pet peeve. I'm
Mm,
driving, barreling down the highway, and I look over and I see someone on a cell phone while driving, and I'm like, no, 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 sir, no.
I don't
no,
have
no.
mine. Like I'll put mine like face down somewhere.
Yeah, mine's
Like
always in
the
my bag.
most, yeah, the most I do is if like the car has a clip thing, I'll put it in the
Yeah,
clip,
yeah, Ricky
and
does.
then
Yeah,
yeah.
that's totally fine. I mean, that's not that, but it's like
Yeah.
literally seeing someone.
Oh no, I
There's
know what you mean. You're
has
like somebody like this.
Yes, it was like,
yes, and I looked over today, and he's like leaned back, just texting on his phone. And I'm like, you are barreling down a literal interstate. Like, what's happening right now?
yeah. They passed a law a few months ago. Is that is now like totally prohibited that they can
Oh,
like
good, good.
give you a ticket,
They
huge
should.
ticket
Uh,
for
In
texting driving.
Tennessee, you have to be hands off.
Oh wow,
Like
really?
yeah, like they'll get you even if you're like checking your maps or something. If it's in your hand. Like if you've got it clipped up on a dashboard
No.
and you're just like
Yeah,
poking at it to do things, it's fine because you're still hands free.
yeah,
Yeah,
And that's like you need about as much attention to do that as to change your radio.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well,
but
I don't know.
it's
Missouri's
in
a
your
lawless,
hand. They'll get
so
you. Missouri's a lawless city. Or state.
swamp.
no, they start doing that like at the beginning of the year for because there's a lot of accidents because of people like doing this.
Mm,
Exactly. Not paying attention.
Come on,
I'm glad
you
that
already
they
know.
passed that law. That law should be everywhere.
Exactly.
Yes. So let's go to our last
Last.
read.
No texting and writing, y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Hold on, y'all talk. I want to finish what I'm typing.
Okay. Wait. Oh. Okay.
Realized how I wanted to end the fight, and I'm like, no, I cannot forget.
That's understandable.
So Shannon was here. I love her reminders of liking.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I love. Sometimes on Mondays, she stops by my streams just to say that and then vanishes into the ether. Like a like the stream reminder fairy. It's great.
Yes, Barrett is kind of awake. Kind of.
Closer to bedtime, Laura.
Yes.
By this time. Because normally, if I'm doing any streams by like the 10 o'clock hour when we're backstage and everybody's like, "Oh, let's hang out and talk," I'm like, "Okay, night, bye."
Oh, Sam, you listened to Ren?
Did
yes.
I listened to it last one. I kept meaning to say, "Oh, and I listened to Ren," but then we would talk about something else. So when this sprint started, I was like, "I'm typing it so I don't forget again."
Did you listen it?
I did. I love it. I agree. I'm gonna have to add it to a playlist.
Yeah, and the story that he tells at the end is true. That what's happened to him.
Oh, really?
He was misdiagnosed with a lot of things, kind of for 5 or 7 years. I don't remember. So that's provoked him all the psycho. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and a lot of things. And finally, someone finally discovered that he has Lyme disease.
Oh my gosh.
So nice fighting with that, but yes, he's an amazing storyteller too. Watch the Jenny and Screech tale, and it's a love. It's an amazing story too.
Okay.
Laura, go to sleep.
Yes, get some sleep.
Go sleep.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Laura,
you
go
should
get
go
some
to
sleep. Saying out loud. I thought I
Laura,
go
don't
overheard
follow
it.
my footsteps. Sleep.
Yes.
I mean, I have another stream at 2, between 2 and 5, so. And then I have to go to the in-laws to celebrate Father's Day.
So wait, 2 and 5, but you're ahead, or are you on my time?
No,
Which
I'm in on ET.
Eastern? Eastern?
Yes,
Okay.
Eastern.
So it's 1:45. Okay. So you've got another stream in like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
You are like back to back to back. My social battery would be blinking on kill people.
I'm a night person. I've been really respectful of my sleeping patterns
Good.
for
Good.
the last year and a half. Like
Good.
I've been going to bed at 10, 11 p.m. top, like really
Oh, yeah, music. Kids are ready to go to bed.
responsible person.
Kids are ready
But
to go to bed.
today's like, let's do it. Let's
If
go.
you need me to put them to sleep, I can.
Do the things that I want. But for me, it's a struggle to go to sleep early.
Same.
For me,
Like,
is to waste of time. Like for me, sleeping is a waste of time. And I
unless
have discussions with doctors, with like my neurologist, the psychiatrist, like, you have to go to sleep. You cannot live with us. Yes, I know. But it's a wake up line.
The body
thankfully, I talked to my doctor about it, and I was like, I get sleep. I get steady sleep. And I'm like, it's just not at night. And he's like, as long as you're getting sleep, I don't care when you sleep. He's like, as long as you're getting enough sleep that you feel rested and function, he's like, sleep whenever. And I'm like, yeah. But unless, barring like migraine issues, because migraines can cause insomnia, fun times, I usually sleep, like my ideal sleeping time is 3 a.m. to not 8 or 9. That's when I sleep. And
So you do like a 5 to 6 hour is like a good recharge.
yeah,
Okay.
and it's been that way for as long as I remember, like ever since I was a kid. My mom, when I got into high school, she was so tired of fighting, trying to get me into a bedtime, that she was just like, as long as you get yourself up in the morning, I don't care what time you go to bed. So
Yeah.
There is
That's
a type of a genetic thing with a little group of people that is they have enough sleep with 5 hours
yeah, they're
for
the
the
sleepless.
90%.
It's a very pretentious name.
Yeah,
I couldn't do
yeah,
it. I'm a
but
solid
Die.
person.
no, I mean I need to sleep. Like um, again, ADHD meds or no meds are not going to work if you are tired. Like
Right.
it's going to be worse. So I know
Right.
that I need to sleep, and I need to sleep at least 7 hours so I can actually think later.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I really think that is a it is a waste of time. But my psychiatrist, my neurologist, every doctor and study show that you cannot survive with just 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I don't like
Oh,
to sleep.
I love to sleep. If I could sleep if I could sleep my bulldog's hours, 16 to 18 hours a day, gold. Those are the best days of my life. But most of the time, I'm happy with 6 to 7 is good and I'm functional. I'll be nice. I
Yeah,
won't stab.
7.
That's my husband.
4 to 5 stabbing. Possible stabbings.
My oldest,
1
I
to
think, is
3.
like me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because like I've seen him when like he's had little sleep and he acts the same as when he's had normal sleep. And like the kids go to bed like cuz they're not on school right now. They go to bed at about 1. We let them have like 2 movies. They can watch whatever they want as long as it's finished by 1, and then that's when we put them to sleep. My oldest wakes up by 7 or 9, and then just that's the enjoyment of his day, and he's good to go. And I'm like, he reminds me of me.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
he
that's
has a
your pattern.
he struggles to sleep before midnight even during the school year. I feel so bad for him because I have to be like, no, you just have to lay there and try to sleep. And I vividly still remember when I was his age and tried to lay there, and you just like lay there staring at the ceiling for an hour, and I'm like,
I know.
I know, I'm sorry, but you have to.
That's the worst. I remember that too. But like I said, I feel like my sleep has gone to more as I've gotten older. Like I want more, not less.
Ooh.
And like I said, I got the right dog for it.
Sorry, I was trying to
Oh,
go to the other stream.
you're fine.
You're good.
My like alpha critique partner, I sent him my 2 fights that I did tonight for
Yeah.
the outline, and he was like, he noticed that
So
they were very similar, and he's like, I don't remember if all the fights, so I'm like finding all of the fight scenes so I can send him to them in order to like make sure that the fights are distinctive enough.
that's very
Yeah.
organized.
Rip it.
I have never been that organized in my writing. Ever.
Amy Virgo. So
I am too.
Barrett, get
How
on
have we
our
never
list.
talked about this before? What
I
is
don't know. That
what
would
is your
explain our love of the task list.
that's true.
I'm an August Virgo.
Oh,
August
okay,
30th.
I'm in September.
Ah,
But my mom is an August Virgo.
August Virgos, we're kind of known for being more anal
I know, and I love you
and
for it.
harsher.
I know, I know. I'm more laid back and but yes, to my
So
dad.
yeah, my grandfather and my grandmother are both September Virgos. So
Oh, that's funny. And my grandpa was a August Virgo as well.
my
So,
uncle is an August Virgo. He's actually like August 29th, and I'm August 30th. And he likes to tell my mom I was his birthday present. So
that's sweet. Okay, that was fun. Sorry, I got really distracted by that. I don't know why I got so excited about that. I was like,
Oh,
samesies.
it's nice. I actually,
Well, the
so
best.
I have like I call them my stream regulars, which is a small group of people who like I have 3 people, me and then 2 others on my Monday streams. I'll have me, a stream regular, and then like a other co-host.
Yeah.
This is kind of to help take the pressure off of whoever is new guesting and stuff.
Yeah.
One of my regulars, Matt Holland, is my birthday buddy. Like we found out we have the same birthday. He's just 8
No
years
way.
my junior. Yeah, like last year we actually had a
Is
birthday.
he really
stream
that young?
together.
I didn't realize he was that young.
Oh yeah, he's
Wow.
24. Or wait, no.
He's
What's
really mature
33
for
minus?
his
I know,
age.
right? 33 minus 8.
Yeah,
He's
I've watched
25
you guys.
now.
Okay, well, still, I was not that together at 25. I wasn't that together at 30.
August Virgo.
Yeah, that's true.
So, where in September do you lie? Like
16.
the first week?
September 16th.
16?
So I'm towards the end.
Getting into the Libra area.
I'm getting very close to Libra, but yeah, I'm definitely more of a Virgo. I'm very harsh on I'm more myself than others. But my critique partners will tell you I have that Virgo.
It's our love language. It's because like the thing with Virgos, everybody thinks. Yeah, everybody thinks that Virgos is like, oh yeah, they're hypercritical and stuff because we're super judgmental, but that's not what it is. Like Virgos have this overpowering need for self-improvement.
Right.
And like because we have that need for self-improvement, we're like, it's so satisfying for us. We just want to help other people feel that, satisfied and happy and improve themselves.
Exactly.
We have to learn that not everybody functions that way.
I know.
Especially
they should,
if they're
but
a water sign.
What is your husband's sign?
A Scorpio.
Really? How was that?
Scorpios and Virgos actually get along because Scorpios also have an ambitious drive for self-improvement. So like it's okay when I'm critical of him. It's just like, I'm critical and then he gets a little bit in his feels, but then he moves on and he's like, okay, you got a point. And then because he is also like, because he also views self-improvement in the positive way that he does. If I ask him, I'm like, I need you to be honest with me. And, I ask him a question. He's always going to be honest with me. Even if he is the one person who has made me cry with his critiques of my writing. Like nobody else has ever. And I'm like, that's so harsh, but okay, let's do it. How do I make it better? So
that's love to be able to say that to your partner.
He's a creative writing major too. So.
Oh wow, that's even more pressure.
Pull punches. He does not.
Yeah,
but I love him for it. I do. So, especially since I know that he's gonna, it's gonna make me improve in everything. So
yeah, totally. I married a Leo.
I was raised by a Leo.
Oh.
Yes, my camera. I broke my camera. No. I did no, it's not broken, but I did something and it just froze. So I prefer to quit, and then I have to restart Chrome so I can go to Estelle's stream. But I'm a Capricorn, and I'm married to
I get along
Taurus. I think.
Oh, a Taurus.
From April. I think.
Earth and Earth.
I don't know. Yeah.
I grew up in. I like to describe it as a volcano household because, like, me and my grandparents were both Virgos, and my mother and my father are Sagittarius and Leo, so they're both fire signs. And then my sisters are both Aries, also fire signs.
Oh, very fiery signs. My sister's an Aries. Oof.
But I also, I love Aries though. They are probably one of my outside of Virgo and Scorpio. They are my favorite sign, and they're the ones that I get along with the best, especially because they have a no bullshit thing. There's and like my best friend and alpha critique partner Fox he's an Aries, which is why when he's like, hey, your last 2 fights feel like kind of they have these things in similar. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's go, let's check it out and stuff, because he's just very forward and everything, and I love that. So
yeah, I see value in it, especially as a writer.
My sisters and I
Oh.
growing up, though, lots of fights.
Oh, I'm sure. Same with me and my sister. Virgo and fire. Boom.
Awesome.
'Cause, like,
So,
they're so
guys, it's
Yes.
almost 2 a.m.
Made it.
Barrett needs to go to sleep, and I have to go to another stream. So, if you want to do your outros, guys.
Barrett, go first. My cat is
Okay.
on my laptop desk, and I'm
I
trying
will
not to
see you
move.
all
Here.
hopefully over at Jess's tomorrow for the stream at, I think it's 10 o'clock Central Time, because I do everything Central, sorry. Prompt Shop coming up starting in July. Come hang out with me for that. That's going to be lots of fun. I'll have these folks on. Let's see what else. I don't know. It's 2 a.m. I can't think of anything else. Love you all. Thank you for having me, Andrea. And Sam, I hope I get to stream with you again this summer. Bye, everybody. Be well and write all the words.
And I am writing mom Samantha L Nasset. On my channel, I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. I host live streams like these on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I also do everything in Central. If you would like to read samples of my writing, go to SamanthaLNasset.com, where I have a spooky flash fiction and a villainish murder short story up. If you would like to keep up to date with all things Sam, sign up to my newsletter while you're there. And I host a writing group through my Ko-fi down below, which is just the $1 tier. And yeah. Oh, I also co-run and organize this whole shebang. So I hope your showers are going well.
Thank you very much, guys. Barrett, I know this is hard for you, so thank you for being awake at this time.
Absolutely.
We
For
appreciate
you, anything.
See you tomorrow and have a great night. Go to sleep or write whatever you want.
You do what you do. We're not your writing
Exactly.
moms.
Go kill it, storytellers.